YouTube, what's going on, guys? Patrick here. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Today we're going to be looking at the next crazy Bitcoin price move that I think is coming very, very soon. We're also going to be looking at some XRP price analysis because I know you guys love to see some of that. But before we get started with that, though, as always, if you guys are interested in seeing every single one of the trades that myself and my expert team are entering as soon as we enter the trades, then make sure you check out the first link down below in the description for the cryptocurrency trade alert group. We post every single one of our altcoin trades, every single one of our leverage trades. We have the #1 community in the cryptocurrency space, but most importantly, it is completely free for 14 days. So for 2 weeks after you sign up, we're not gonna hide anything from you. We'll show you every one of our trades, everything that goes on behind the scenes during those 2 weeks. If it doesn't work for you, don't like it, no questions asked. You just have to cancel and you'll avoid getting charged. Also, make sure you claim your 4 free stocks on Webull. If you deposit $100, they give you 4 stocks valued up to $3,600, which is free money. You might as well take it. They added cryptos. You can sell the stocks and buy cryptos. That's the second link down below. But let's go into Bitcoin. It's making a new all-time high. It's at 41,340 right now. Depending on the exchange, it was almost at $42,000 on BitMEX. You guys know it varies a little bit on the exchange. But let's say $42,000. If you stop, I was working out this morning and I stopped and I realized, I was like, Bitcoin's at 40 something thousand dollars. A few months ago it was at 10. It's at $40,000 right now. Like 40 sounded crazy when we were at $10,000. So now that we're at 40, when we were at 3,000, 15 sounded crazy. When we were at 10, 40, everybody thought you were crazy. Now we're at 40. You know, the 10,000 to 40,000 of 4x multiple. A 4x multiple here is $160,000 Bitcoin. It sounds crazy, but we're at 40,000 right now. At this point, Bitcoin's gonna do whatever it wants to do, and it's crazy. I've been loving it. I've been loving the ride. I'm sure you guys have as well if you've been holding Bitcoin. Now, if we look at the actual price action, I haven't changed anything since the last video I made, right? I kept everything up here because I was very confident in the price targets we had. We talked about the breakout pattern, the price consolidation, the breakout pattern. We saw even a little bit of a retest after it tried to break out the first time. And then we saw the big move. Exactly what we talked about in the last video. So hopefully you guys were able to take advantage of that. If you were in the trading group, we posted a trade for that at around like 3 p.m. my time on the 6th of January, which was 2 days ago, right after I made a video. If you guys were not, then hopefully you guys were still able to capitalize on this trade because perfect timing, right? We timed it perfect. The top was perfect. Came back down to the EMA ribbon to retest the support of the EMA ribbon perfectly, and then now came back up to make that all-time high at almost $42,000. You can't script it better, right? For anybody who says technical analysis doesn't work, I don't know I can't swear on YouTube because it's gonna demonetize the video, but I wanna really bad, right? This is insane. If we zoom out to the 4-hour, we can also see Bitcoin currently forming a pretty big gap between the price and the EMA ribbon. Last time we did something like that, if we look at the RSI, we're also getting to the very high range. Last time we saw that was up here, and what it did was it just led to a pretty decent correction. It was around 20%, around $7,000. The last big one we had, we broke below on this breakout pattern. And although it seemed crazy, it was $7,000, probably amplified by the fact that so many new investors came in and they panicked when the price dipped a little bit. That probably led to this huge wick that we saw on the 4-hour candle. It's still maintained above the EMA ribbon, bounced off it as support, extremely bullish. Right, even before that, we see the last time it was up here on the RSI, it had a little bit of a correction, stayed within the actual breakout pattern, but it did go from around 28,360 down to like 25,800. So not as big of a drop, but still, giving room for the RSI to cool down over here before having the next leg up, which gave room for the cool down and the next leg up. So keep an eye out for something like this potentially to happen again in the next few days. But the fear and greed index is something I've been watching because right now we're at 93. We are at extreme greed. If I go to the max since the 1st of February 2018, we are at peaks, and we've maintained at peaks for a very long time on the extreme greed index while people are buying into Bitcoin or getting greedy and everything. And this to me is a sign, like a lot of people have been saying in this space, most people lose money. In any market, most people lose money, whether it's stocks, crypto, all that stuff. And the reason they do that is because they follow what the sentiment is. if you were to go against the sentiment, you have a higher chance of winning. That's fact. In almost anything, with, it seemed like everybody thought Bitcoin was going to go to 20K again if you were in the crypto community. But if you take the world, most people thought you were crazy to say $20,000 Bitcoin when Bitcoin was at 3,000, let alone $40,000 Bitcoin. They thought you were crazy. You went against the overall sentiment of the population, and you won because you went against the overall sentiment. Now with extreme greed, everybody's buying it. Everybody's throwing all the money they have. You put in $100 today. Next week, you'll be a millionaire. All that same hype stuff that we saw happen in 2017 is happening again now. And that's leading to the increased volatility that we're seeing, where if Bitcoin breaks below on the breakout pattern, we're seeing a dump of like $7,000, which probably wouldn't have been $7,000 if this happened when Bitcoin was, before. If this was only crypto people in it, it wouldn't have been $7,000 lost, because people would be buying up. They wouldn't be weak. They wouldn't be the weak hands. They wouldn't be panic selling. But since we have so many new investors, that's why we're seeing such an increased volatility. Now, I'm not saying Bitcoin's dumping from here. I'm not saying Bitcoin's dumping at $50,000, at $70,000. If I were to make that prediction, it wouldn't be fair because it'd be an ego prediction. We talk about all the time. I'm not here to tell you the exact number, then be like, look what I did, get it right one time, get it wrong 50 times. That's not what I'm trying to do, with the exception of the $40,000 prediction, because that was it was pretty straightforward. To be fair, if you know technical analysis, it was pretty straightforward. But watch out for a massive correction that could come at any moment, because people will panic at the slightest dip. At the slightest inclination of things not going their plan, people will panic. And you're seeing a lot of mainstream media talk about Bitcoin going to 100,000. JP Morgan talking about Bitcoin going to 150,000. We've seen them talk about Bitcoin being worthless before, right? When Bitcoin, this was 2018 early, I think, or 2017, they said Bitcoin was worthless. Bitcoin dumped like 25, 30%, 50% maybe, I don't remember exactly what it was, in a day, just because JP Morgan said that and people panicked. Now they're saying the opposite. Now, when they were saying that, it was likely because, and we talked about it back then, they were likely going to change their sentiment once they dumped the market and they were able to pick up Bitcoin. So a few months after that article, they started picking up Bitcoin. It wasn't any huge surprise to anyone. Now, they're talking about $100,000 Bitcoin, $150,000 Bitcoin. While I think that is 100% possible, I would not be surprised if at any moment they try to dump the market again in order to, scare investors, causing a massive flash crash, and then that would give them an opportunity to buy more. So keep an eye out on that, because if there's a flash crash, it could be, it is probably going to be a fantastic opportunity. Not telling you guys what to do, not your financial advisor, not giving financial advice, but I will be dollar cost averaging if we see a 50% correction, 100,000%. That's what I'm going to be doing. Now, I want to also talk about XRP, because I made a video asking you guys if you thought I was crazy that I was buying XRP when all that bad news was coming out. And to be fair, I didn't think I was crazy. I was pretty confident in it. I posted the XRP trade in our trade alert group as well. I was confident in XRP. I thought it was going to happen. I thought we could have gone down to, 17 cents, maybe lower, to be able to, since all the bad news was coming out. But I drew this breakout pattern a very, very long time ago. And if we just extend the breakout pattern, so it's very roughly drawn. If we extend it, we see the consolidating price action, right? We see that continue to happen until we came to the tip where we had a massive break to the upside, hitting multiple take profits already. Now, if you guys want to use any form of leverage when you're trading Bitcoin or XRP, I personally use an exchange called Bybit. I saw a YouTuber make a video where if you're in the US, you can use a VPN, set it to a different country, and you'll be able to use Bybit even if you're in the US. It's that simple. It's going to be the third link down below in the description, and they're offering a $200 bonus if you deposit 0.2 Bitcoin for free. $200 just given to you for you to trade with. Any profit you make, you can withdraw, and it's yours. So it might even add just for a free trade for you to be able to do and secure any profit from there. But being able to add a 10x to XRP, to Bitcoin, if we just calculate this move, our second target was in the 30-something cents. Don't remember exactly what it was. But even if we just go somewhere over here and we see a 36% move, a 10x leverage would have made this a 360% move. It's a big difference. And quite frankly, like I said, if you know what you're doing, if you're confident in your trades, it's very, very nice to be able to add a leverage to your position. Now, XRP right now, we obviously have been securing profits at this range. This was our second take profit, at least for a short-term / mid-term trade. Long-term, dollar cost averaging here for the long term would have been no problem. Do I still think we can see lower prices? 100% we could. Another opportunity to dollar cost average. That's why this was a short to mid-term trade that I was talking about, where we entered at this level and were able to sell here. I told you guys XRP is one of my favorite cryptocurrencies to trade, favorite altcoins to trade. It's probably made me the most money out of anything. I bought it back, was the first one of the first cryptocurrencies I bought, one of the first trades I did, 11 cents XRP, sold it at $3, dropped back, we picked it back up, sold it again when it dropped again, we picked it up, sold it again. We just did this over and over and over again. And honestly, XRP, I'm pretty sure it's probably been the most profitable altcoin for me, not counting Bitcoin. Now, this is really cool as well. Lamborghini Newport Beach, they used to accept Bitcoin, I believe. Then they stopped. And now recently, they're now accepting cryptocurrencies. Not just Bitcoin, they say cryptocurrency. I'm not sure if it's Bitcoin, other altcoins. But I mean, what do you guys think? Is it time to buy a Lamborghini? Should we use Bitcoin to buy a Lamborghini? Probably want to use cash with how Bitcoin's been acting. Or if you want to secure profits without selling to US dollars and paying tax, I'm not sure how the taxes would work here if you would just pay. I have no idea. I haven't looked into it, but we're starting to see, let's call it the luxury items, start accepting Bitcoin, which I thought was going to be the number one target market in the beginning, where Bitcoin you could use to make these big purchases, real estate, luxury cars, luxury watches. I thought that was a great market to go after in the beginning, and we're starting to see them accept it. So let me know, are you going to be buying a Lamborghini with Bitcoin anytime soon? I want to hear how many of you guys. I've been debating buying one, but not necessarily with Bitcoin. Maybe now with Bitcoin. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.